All right, guys, I want to walk you through how to do the lady or the tiger writing prompt. Okay, so after you read the story, The Lady or the Tiger, you don't get a final answer about what came out of that door. Was it the lady or the tiger? This is done on purpose by the author, so it's totally up to you. Okay, so you're going to write a 1-paragraph argumentative essay. It's just 1 paragraph defending whether it was the lady or the tiger. Okay, you need to have at least 3 references from the text, and then you need to have 3 direct quotes from the text. Okay, and as always, spelling, punctuation, and capitalization is important. So I gave you a outline to follow. So this outline is 8 sentences. So that's all you have to do, 8 sentences. Your first sentence is a thesis statement. And a thesis statement, the job of that is to explicitly state, it tells the reader, which is me, which side of the argument you are on. So do you believe it was the lady or the tiger that came out of the door at the end? So I actually went ahead and gave you 2 examples of thesis statements. So I gave you the first one, which is the princess was extremely jealous and wanted power, and she could not stand for the man she loved to marry someone else, so she chose for him to be eaten by the tiger. So if you believe that the princess chose for her lover to be eaten by a tiger, you can literally copy and paste my first thesis example for yours. If you believe it was the tiger, you can use my second example, which is the princess loved the young man and could not bear the thought of something happening to him, so she would rather him marry someone else than to be eaten by a tiger. So what you're going to do is pick which one you want to use, copy it, and you're going to paste it down here where you're typing your actual paragraph. That'll be your first sentence. So then you've got 7 more sentences to go. So what you do next, you pick 3 reasons, and these are in your own words. So your second sentence will be your first reason why it was the lady or the tiger. And then at your third sentence will be a quote from the text, so a piece of evidence to support that first reason. And remember, when you're quoting from the text, put in quotation marks, you're quoting word for word, and make sure you put in parentheses the paragraph number. So then after you do that, you're going to move on to reason 2. So your second reason why it was the lady or the tiger, in your own words, and then your next sentence will be a quote from the text again. So remember, quotation marks, and properly cite it by putting the paragraph number. And then your third reason. So your next sentence will be your third reason why it was the lady or the tiger in your own words. And then the next sentence will again be evidence from the text. So it will be a direct quote, which needs to be in quotation marks. And after that, in parentheses of which paragraph it's coming from. And then finally will be your closing statement. And I understand that the closing statement or the final sentence of your paragraph is usually the hardest one to write. So what I want you to do is go back to the basics, think back to the RACE strategy. Remember, R is restate, A is answer, C is cite, E is explain. I want you to treat your closing statement as the explain part. That's where you wrap everything up. So down here, I gave you sentence starters. So your closing statement, your very last sentence of your paragraph can be done using one of these sentence starters. So you might say, as a result, and then fill in the blank there. Or this evidence suggests blank because blank. Okay, use those sentence starters. And whenever you're putting in evidence from the text or quotes, you can use these sentence starters to cite those. Okay, I want you to use these resources that I'm giving you. So again, you're going to erase this sentence and your paragraph will be typed here. So make sure you've got a thesis statement, reason 1, evidence, reason 2, evidence, reason 3, evidence, and a closing statement. And it should all be typed in paragraph form down here on the second page. When you finish it, before you click turn in, I want you to go back and I want you to, every sentence, I want you to color code it just like how I've color coded the outline. So in your paragraph, your thesis statement, I want you to color code it red. Each of your reasons should be blue, and each of your pieces of evidence should be yellow. So the way you do that is you highlight it, you go up here and click on the A, and that will change the color of your letters. Or if you click on the highlighter, you can choose which color to highlight your text with. Either one works. So your thesis and closing statement will be red, your reasons are blue, and your evidence will be yellow. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Just send me an email or comment on the assignment. So if you have already turned this in and I returned it to you, then you need to go back and make any necessary corrections.